Right now I'm going to show you how you can use guest posting on other blogs to drive traffic back to your site, and to do it with a little bit of a strategic vision so that you're not just randomly writing articles for other blogs, but you're actually targeting the right kind of blog, the right kind of audience. And hopefully when those people see your article on this other blog, then they're inclined to come and check you out and look at your blog. And we're going to talk about it from a couple different angles. I'm just going to show you an exact case study of an opportunity I had. So here is a fairly large blog called Mark and Angel Hack Life, or markandangel.com. And I wrote a guest post on July 12th called How to Reprogram Your Mind for Self-Improvement. It actually wasn't my title. They changed the title. You can see here right at the top it says this is a guest post written by Justin, and then it's linked to me, which goes back to my blog. And and then the article itself is I whenever I write on if I write on other blogs, I try to really make it some top level work. I spend a little bit of extra time on the article and just make sure it really represents me and my skill set and my ideas so that people are interested and think, wow, this guy's kind of cool. I'm going to go check out his stuff. So I guess the main point here is don't just hack it. If you're going to guest post on other blogs or other websites, make sure you do a really good job. And so just to give you an overview of how this worked, I wrote an article with some pretty interesting points. I had a lot of good feedback on it before I sent it in. And you'll notice as you go through the article, there are links back to other supporting articles on my website. So here, there's a sentence where I'm saying, all things are possible to those who commit to their vision. And that links to, if I click it, that actually links to a blog video on my own website, which is great because, and I got a lot of traffic from this particular link. As people read your article, if they like it, they're probably going to go check out some supporting content, and that's another sort of side strategy you can use in a number of different scenarios. Um, so let's talk about some of the things that happened here with this particular article. It got 22 comments, which is actually low for this guy's website. But the key thing here is if I scroll up, you will notice he has over 14,000 regular readers. And I knew ahead of time that this was a very popular blog. Most people knew about it. Anybody I've networked with reads this blog. And the biggest thing is I personally read it all the time because I think it's great content. So it's something I wanted to line myself up with. And uh, and so that's what I want you to start doing right now is getting out there and looking for blogs and websites that are similar to what you do and resonate with you and have a big following. There's no point in guest posting on blogs that have the same a number of readers or even fewer readers than your own site. The whole point of guest blogging is to get traffic and get people to become regular readers of your blog or your website as well. So that's kind of step one. It's go find blogs that you like and that are busy. Then, in some cases, you can actually just contact the blog author and request that you're a guest poster or that you can be a guest author. And in some cases, they'll respond and say sure. In other cases, they'll have an application that you have to fill out. And in other cases, you might just get ignored because it's such a big popular blog that they get so many of these requests, they simply can't respond to everybody. And I recommend you don't start at the very top with the most popular blog. Don't go to Mashable and try to write for them because it's not going to happen. Find blogs where it's a realistic opportunity that you might be able to be a guest poster or a guest author. And what I did in this case, and I'd like you to potentially consider following this strategy because it works really well. I had been reading this blog for a number of months, and there was another article that really resonated with me that I actually over here created my own blog video about. So I called this blog video the Entrepreneur's Romance Bubble. But if you look at what's happening in here, I talk about how this blog post that I'm talking about today was inspired by markandangel.com, and I linked right here to a very specific article that he had written. And it's the one that inspired this particular talk. What happens when you do that is the other blogger gets something in their WordPress dashboard called a trackback saying that another website is referencing this particular blog post. And in most cases, that blogger is going to at least go check out what this person is doing from this trackback. And then what happened in my case was, if you look at the comments, Mark from Mark and Angel Hack Life actually said, I always get a warm and fuzzy feeling when somebody goes goes the extra mile to content or to evaluate one of my articles. So that was my in. This is how I introduced myself to Mark, and then I started becoming a regular commenter on his blog. So then, when I wanted to approach him a couple months later to write a guest post, he was more than happy to let me do it because he knew who I was, he knew I was relevant to what he did, and he said, "Sure, just send me your article. We'll put it in the July 12th issue or the July 12th guest post section," and I was set. And what happened was, based on this guest post that I wrote, I had an enormous spike in traffic. I probably tripled my traffic for that week, and it stuck around for quite a while. And actually, my numbers always remained a little bit higher ever since I did that. And what that tells me is that some of his readers subscribed to my blog as well, and it was a great way of picking up new readers and new followers. It's a lot harder to do this to pick up those kind of readers and followers one by one. So being a guest author on another blog is one of the best ways you can do it. So the overall process is to find blogs that you like, that you resonate with. They have a lot more traffic than you, and figure out strategies that you can employ to start guest posting on these blogs. And if you need to, and I almost recommend you do this, is do what I did with, first create a blog post on your own that represents this other blog and talks nicely about them and gives some positive feedback so that you get on the radar of that other bigger blogger. And then they know you can approach them to be a guest author. Don't do it all at once. Like, let it be an organic process that happens over time. Don't force the issue. But if you do this even just once, I bet you'll notice such a drastic increase in traffic that you want to do it more and more. So I'm going to suggest you go ahead and do this right now. And if you need any help, let us know, because this will drastically increase your traffic, and there's no excuse not to do this. So good luck doing it.